Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in this very important update here on price action of Bitcoin. This is what I showed you. This is exactly what happened. I mean, on my previous video, I was shouting on top of my lungs that as soon as we lose the support which we had around 95,000, we will free fall. Bitcoin could be getting attracted in between 80,000, 85,000 before choosing a trend duration. And if you look at it right now, that's exactly where we came. That's exactly where the price found support. But will this hold the price further, or are we going to head towards to fill the CME gap which you have around 76,000, 80,000? Yes guys, we have a CME gap, and this CME gap sits around 76 to 80,000. So if the price of Bitcoin shows weakness, if the price does starts following some of the most bearish continuation pattern, then you can see the worst is yet to come. So what to expect next? Because after this double top pattern playing out, after this symmetrical triangle breakout scenario playing out, after this descending triangle playing out, will the price of Bitcoin follow a continuation just like as shown in the example? I mean, according to this broadening wedge, ascending broadening wedge, it is another bearish continuation pattern. It did exactly like how we predicted, but will it result in a continuation like this, a small relief rally, and Bitcoin head towards to fill the CME gap? Because we are aware the free fall what we saw yesterday was not just only because the market broke certain support. No guys, we had other stuff going on. I mean, President Trump announces 25% tariffs on the European Union. As soon as this news hit the market, US market had a major sell-off, crypto had a major sell-off. But before that, we even had other bigger institutions selling cryptos. I mean, Fidelity sold, ARK sold, Grayscale sold, even BlackRock sold around $150 million Bitcoin. Yes guys, according to ARK, you can see BlackRock transferred around 150 million Bitcoin to Coinbase Prime. These are outflows from the IBIT Bitcoin ETF. They were selling. Along with that, even Binance sold most of their speculative crypto assets. I mean, according to Benny, it's now confirmed from Binance itself that it sold $5 billion of speculative crypto assets. Nearly 100% of its reserves only kept a tiny amount of Bitcoin, and most of its BNB. It's now holding mostly only customers' deposits and has barely any long exposure. So you can see guys, there were a lot of sell pressure before this event even took place. So the sell-off from these institutions have definitely added additional pressure along with the news from President Trump. I mean, the announcement of 25% tariffs on the European Union. And now if this continues, I mean, if this sell-off continues, what to expect next? So in the medium short term, after this kind of major rally, there will be a buying back program. I mean, this pullback has given a lot of opportunity for the medium short term. So what might be happening here? Bitcoin showing a move like this. I mean, a continuation back towards the previous temporary resistance line. I mean, according to this horizontal channel, Bitcoin has already started with this free fall, but in the medium short term, we might see a relief rally. Bitcoin coming back above 92,000, and then a continuation like this could be playing out here. Yes guys, in the medium short term, there might be a relief rally. So please do not get tricked into a reversal, because in my opinion, since we are below some of the most important resistance, this relief rally will be just a temporary relief rally. Because we know, according to this Williams alligator indicator, you can see it very clearly guys, blue line is at the top, green line at the bottom. That happens during downtrend. Green line at the top, blue line at the bottom. That happens during uptrend. So in our case, this is a bearish crossover. Blue line is at the top, green line at the bottom. So any sort of a rally, this same trend line will be acting as resistance. So what could be happening here? If the price of Bitcoin starts showing a move like this same trend line, Williams alligator indicator will be acting as a resistance, and price of Bitcoin after that could be showing a move like this. I mean, after a small relief rally getting attracted towards this Williams alligator indicator, then a continuation to the downside, because we know Bitcoin not just only broke below certain line of support, but we are also below the monthly S1 and monthly CPR trend line, which is very, very concerning. Why concerning? Because you know, Bitcoin, if it closes the monthly candle below 101,000, the next month CPR, the month of March, will be a descending CPR, a CPR which will be formed somewhere around this price range. And you know, descending CPR only gets formed when the price is preparing for a downtrend. So if you look at the current price action where we are around 84, 85,000, you know guys, if we fail to close the month of Feb above this 100,000, the next month will be a descending CPR. I mean a CPR which will be lower than the previous month, because during uptrend you will always see ascending CPR being formed higher than the previous month, right? Ascending CPR. But during downtrend you will see a descending CPR forming in this manner. So what does this mean? Descending CPR means a reversal. So in our case, if the price fails to regain its trend back above 101,000, then the next month CPR will be a descending CPR, and that could be a sign that we might see further more weakness. I mean, even the month of March will be a bearish month, and only after testing certain line of support, resistance, we are going to decide what's next. But for now, this continuation, Bitcoin failing to regain its trend above 101,000, means we should prepare ourselves for a continuation which might look somehow like this. So any sort of a relief rally, you can see now even this S1 line, the monthly S1 line which is around 91,000, will be acting as a resistance. So if the price starts showing a move like this, you know, Williams alligator indicator will be acting as resistance. This horizontal trend line will be acting as resistance, and parallelly Bitcoin will also face resistance from this basis line or the center line from this Bollinger Band. And you can see guys, in our case we broke out from this lower band, and according to Bollinger Band, lower band only gets broken during downtrend, upper band gets broken during uptrend. So in our case, this is a break from the lower band. But despite this being a bearish break, I'm actually expecting some sort of a relief rally here in the medium short term. I mean, we might see a relief rally, Bitcoin coming around 92,000 one more time, and then heading towards the original trend duration. The reason why I'm actually expecting some relief rally is because you can see to the downside, if you look at this indicator, MACD is still bearish, but if you look at the RSI is way oversold. Yes guys, in the past price action, whenever we have seen RSI coming this low, it has resulted in some very nice relief rally. So if you look in our case, RSI went this low, later resulted in a new uptrend right here as well. RSI was oversold, which later resulted in a new uptrend, right? Oversold RSI. So in our case, this is also an oversold RSI. So that is the reason why I'm actually expecting a relief rally here in the medium short term. But as long as we remain below this key trend line, this key resistance, any sort of a rally will be just a temporary rally, and price could be heading towards to fill this CME gap which we have in between 76 to 80,000. This will be our worst case target for the month of March. So please wait until certain line of support or resistance gets broken before jumping into any trades. Otherwise, in market like this where the volatility is at its peak, you know, things could get very, very ugly. So that's why be careful, trade responsibly, and use proper risk management strategies. So by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.